So today I'm going to talk about something in Procreate. I want to color drop one singular color onto my object. And I've already done that here with black, but as you can see, there are some issues on the sides and corners. There's a little white still showing through. So if I zoom in and out, you can see like the areas that there's just a touch of white still, so that it needs to be fixed up. If you need to color drop, all you have to do is grab your color in the top corner here. So let's just grab this, for example, and then drop it onto your object completely. But like I said, I had some issues, so I wanted to go over how to fix that. So I'm just going to delete this one and go back to my black because that's the color that I want this. And I'm going to go to my color drop here and just back to black there too. Okay, so in order to see my textures flat surface like, I go up to the wrench, actions, and then go to 3D, and then go to show 2D texture and turn that toggle on. So now I can see my 2D texture as a flat surface, and I can really zoom in and see where those little mistake areas are. So I can go back to my brush, grab whatever brush I want to use. That's perfect. And then color in to hide those areas. Now, it's not bad if I go outside of my surface a little because the UV isn't even going to show that, so that's not a problem. So I can kind of really color as I see fit here to fill in any gaps. So I'm just zooming in, trying to find those areas where it needs to be touched up. And now if I go back to my actions, turn off show 2D texture and zoom back in, I still see there are some problems. So I could either go back and forth and color in until I don't see any more, or even maybe attempt to color on top, but you see the color's off a little, something's wrong. In order to get everything the same color, something I personally like to do is go back into that flat surface and just color the whole thing, because I don't need white as my background here. If I want the whole thing black, I can just color drop the entire surface. So you could color drop it if it's empty, or you can just color it in, just traditionally color the whole thing in black. And once I do this, when I go back into my 3D view, you can see that I've resolved all of those little white spots there. So now it's all one color. And now if I want to add some details, I can add a new layer, a different brush, maybe a different color here, and just kind of color on top. And that is fine. That doesn't absorb into the base layer. It's its own layer, and we're all good. So yeah, I find using the show 2D texture to be super useful and great. If you're having issues, you should open up that 2D texture and just see what your textures look like. And filling it with one color right off the bat can be a good method to ensure that you don't see through any of the textures. I hope this helped, and join me for more tutorials.